What's good, guys? My name is Jeji, and welcome back to The Pass, the show where we talk about anything and everything football. So, I actually had a couple things planned for the winter break, but let's be honest, there's just too much going on in the football world for me not to come on and speak to you guys right now. And the one thing I want to talk about here, I want to talk about Arsenal. So, right now, Arsenal sit 15th place in the English Premier League, and let's be honest, that's an abysmal place to be in right now, especially going into the winter break. Not only that, but to not have your top scorer, Aubameyang, scoring the goals that he needs to, it just leaves us wondering what's going on with Arsenal. And Aubameyang not scoring is not the only problem. For some reason, this season, Arsenal keep racking up the red cards. I think this is the first time I've seen so many red cards. The only player I've known to get red cards like that for Arsenal was probably Koscielny and Patrick Vieira. So to see all these red cards, it's just kind of like, what are you guys even thinking? For some reason, every week Arsenal just keep making the tabloids, and for some reason, it doesn't seem like they could just concentrate on football. Now, Arsenal had a very good start, in the beginning of the year, where they were able to win the FA Cup, secure a place within the Euro League, and it seemed like Arteta made good changes and, let's be honest, good transfers for them to progress and actually perform this season. But for some reason, something's just not clicking. Now, there are definitely different places where you could put the blame as to why Arsenal are not performing where they need to be performing, but let's be honest, all of their focus should just be on the pitch and on football. Personally, the way I see it, all of the noise coming from all of these sources is what's causing Arsenal to basically implode on themselves. Every single chance that these pundits or these news media sources get is saying something ill towards Arsenal. And if I'm a player on the Arsenal team right now, I wouldn't feel confident about what's going on with my team, what's going on with the teammates around me, and what's going on with the coach. Now, this Ozil situation stems from all the way back to when Unai Emery was coaching the team, and let's be honest, if Ozil plays, then he plays. If he doesn't, then he doesn't. His contract ends in June. Let's leave it at that. Now, there's also been stories going around about the Danny Ceballos and David Luiz situation, and let's be honest, if something happens on the training grounds, then it's an internal matter, and that's how it should stay. That's how it should be. It shouldn't be such a big deal. These are players who get paid big salaries, who are gunning it at 100 every single day. It will get heated. We shouldn't have to be talking about Bukayo Saka throwing eggs at Reece Nelson's face, during a during lunchtime. It just doesn't matter to us. It shouldn't matter to us. The problem is when it starts to affect the performance on the pitch. Then that's when you have an issue. That being said, there have been issues on the pitch that are very jarring and very concerning when you look at the performances that Arsenal are putting out. Like I said, they are in 15th place, and for some reason they just keep racking up the red cards. Now it's when those situations in-house start to affect the performances on the pitch. That could be a factor. Arsenal has had 2 red cards in the past 4 games. Let's take a look at Nicolas Pepe's red card, for instance. If you're a player on the field and you get fouled, and I used to tell the kids I coached this, there's no reason to go for the referee, there's no reason for you to go for the opponent. It makes me wonder, what is his mental state, What's his mentality going into this conversation? It's nothing good. When we see that, and then we see Granit Xhaka's red card, where it's pretty much the same, you start to question, what is the mentality with the team right now, and how do they feel going into this winter break? What's going on behind closed doors could ultimately affect the performances that we see out on the pitch, and that seems to be the case. So I don't know how much of a grasp Arteta has on his team. We also don't have any answers because Arteta hasn't really provided anything. It's very reminiscent of the Arsene Wenger era, where everything seems good, everything seems kosher, but behind closed doors, we don't really know what's going on. But in all honesty, we shouldn't even be near that. Now, you can say that the way Arteta has Arsenal set up could be a cause. It's mainly a 4-3-3 where you have the the two wing backs working down the lanes with front. And one thing that you're playing such a formation is that you need a creative mid. If you don't have a creative mid, then you don't have that diamond shape that you want, and you don't have the holding midfielder, that triangle formation that you can have with the holding mid. In order to kind of allow the chances for both wingbacks to cut on the inside or have an outlet on the inside, we don't have that. Arsenal do not have that. So that's one thing that they'll definitely be looking for come January. And that may even pose some frustrations on the pitch where individual performances are just not shaping up. When I first heard that Willian was going to be, on the Arsenal team, I was elated. I love Willian. He's one of my favorite wingers in the game and has been for a while. But his performances for Arsenal have been no. He hangs out on that wing on the right side, doesn't really do much, and when he does cut inside, it's very ineffective. If you were to see him for Chelsea, he wouldn't have no trouble taking on his counterpart, beating him, and getting some balls into that box. But for Arsenal, nada. We see some of those effects when it comes to Aubameyang as well. That being said, there have been individual performances that have stood out. Kieran Tierney and Bukayo Saka. Ultimately, that's what Arsenal need right now, because even though they have a shape that's definitely more cohesive and that can breathe creativity, there hasn't been a creative mind out on that field, and that's what's causing them points. So I hope this winter break it gives some players the time to rest their mind and their body, and once they come back, they can get back into 8th gear if they need to. Just hop on some kind of gear sucker, because it's just not working right now. That's just a couple of some of the things going on with Arsenal, but let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about what's wrong with Arsenal and what needs to be fixed. I like to go into this Everton game thinking that we're going to at least grab a point, but Everton, they've been on a hot streak, so we'll see if we can garner anything out of this performance. But let me know in the comments what you guys think, how Arsenal can fix this situation, and don't forget, check out that merch on SQDtv.com. See you guys next time. Through it. No, don't tell me I lost it. Gosh dang it.